15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Mayfield. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. But yet another completion here on his opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go. Sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Damian Pierce with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Grenard able to get him for a loss of about 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. That's complete to Whitaker. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Following the interception, Mayfield. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. To throw, Mayfield. This will be complete to Mechie. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well. Exactly.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hey, exit.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Oh, what a move. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The Jaguars at 6 and 10 on the year. And they come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And this is a team that's not shown much consistency during this losing streak.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A first down throw for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Here's Fuller with a catch. Touchdown. Will Fuller. 44 yards. And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go play action now. Lawrence. That's complete to John Ross. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Whitaker. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Etienne will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Once more, Etienne. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. 3rd down and goal now. And this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll try to run with Etienne. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. The extra point up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
But that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence on target to his man, Likely. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Got a man open. It's Ross.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 44, Lawrence. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And to throw again is Lawrence. Open man downfield. It's Ross. He's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Let's go.
First down, Mayfield. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Here's Mayfield. He's letting this one go for Fuller. It got his man complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. From the gun on third down, Lawrence finds his man over the middle. It's likely. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. In motion left goes a tight end. From the 44, Lawrence completes a likely. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game, because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's got Fuller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. 18 more yards there and another first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds here. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Texans have opened the lead up to 30. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw is on target to Likely. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Ready?
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On the set.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Hey, let's go.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. This one caught by Isabella. And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. On the move to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
It's complete to Fuller. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now ETN to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not let...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence got his man complete over the middle. It's Whitaker. He'll get it inside the 20. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 39 yards there, a big one. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already have the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Another carry for Pierce. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They looked like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Texans,
they finish above 500 for the year. The final tally 9-8.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars,
they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately, as